So I paid 3 strangers on Fiverr $10 to make me a WordPress website. I'm just super curious what you get for that kind of money. And to be honest, I was a little bit surprised. You'll see soon why. Hello internet people, my name is Robert. So I searched Fiverr for people that offer these kind of services, something like a WordPress website, and I found a few options. And then I just reached out to them. We had a bit of a chat and a few back and forths. I had some inspiration that I needed to provide them, and also they had some follow-up questions. Now I gave all 3 freelancers the same instructions and websites to get inspiration from. Basically, I said that I am a freelance web analyst and I need a simple one-page website where my main goal is to tell a bit about what I do and for people to contact me. So I needed an about section, something about my services, and a way for people to contact me easily. And then when we agreed everything with the freelancer, I just needed to order the gig and wait for like 3 to 4 days. By the way, you do need to have a web hosting so that the freelancers can build your website there. You just create user for them and then they can log in into WordPress dashboard. So you would create that user in WordPress. If you're still looking for a great web host, then check out Hostinger. They've been on fire lately because they have fast servers but affordable prices. And with my coupon code Tips with Punch all together, you get an extra discount. Click on this video banner to see my 10-minute video on how to sign up and install WordPress in Hostinger. Okay, let's get started by checking out the first website that the freelancer delivered. And from here, if I start scrolling, you can see there's the header. Obviously, you have quite generic looking hero banner. I like that the text has some similarities to what I'm actually described to be as, so web analyst, and this is kind of similar, okay, A/B testing. But you see that button? It's really hard to see there, this button. So if I click on it, I would expect it to go somewhere, but I guess they didn't hook it up. Let's continue. Okay, about me section. I like that they used my Fiverr picture or something to add it here. That's all right. Services looks pretty basic, as if from a template. Kind of expected, and then you have the contact us section here, and it looks all right. Nothing special. Not sure what's the purpose of this slider here. If I had more pictures, I guess I could add them there, but I definitely would just delete that. Let's just give it a go if this form works. And while it's submitting, let me just check the rest of the page. So okay, yeah, these guys work. Looks like the navigation bar works. I would prefer the navigation bar to actually follow me, but this is fine. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool that they actually added this fav icon here. I really like that. On some websites you don't see that, so that's good. And let's just take a look how this looks like on mobile. So let me just change to mobile here. Okay, and on mobile, it looks pretty decent. So you have the images and the carousel behind there still. But since it's faded or it has this black overlay, then it's fine. The text is really readable. Button is there. Maybe this section is a bit too long on mobile. Other than that, looks pretty good. The text could be a bit smaller on mobile. Again, this is just looks huge, like a huge text block here. Definitely would need some work before I could go live with this website. The rest section's pretty standard. Nothing that I wouldn't expect, but also nothing special. Just looks like straight from a template, which I kind of expected for this price point. So let's close the mobile view and let's take a look if I actually received the email. And as you can see, I did. So this form is hooked up correctly and I can use this one. And if people contact me, I can actually answer them. So that's good. That's a big plus point. So I'm just curious to see what they used. So this is the WordPress dashboard for this website. And let's take a look. Okay, essential. Okay, Astra. So they used the Astra theme for this website. And then let's take a look at some of the plugins. And if I scroll down, I can see, okay, all-in-one migration plugin, contact form, Elementor. Okay, these two, not sure what they do, but maybe they add some section. Although our website is very easy and like a template. And then you have WP Forms Lite. I'm not sure why there's 2 contact form plugins. So definitely not very clean in terms of how they manage the plugins. So I would have to delete or at least ask the freelancer why are there some of these plugins. Let's take a look at the second website. And this one is called linktopus.net. And you can see that the logo looks nice. And I really like that they used the yellow from the logo. However, for some elements, it's a bit too, maybe there's just not enough contrast in there. But other than that, the yellow does look really nice. And if I look, I love that the header banner or the hero section already has the contact us, because in the end, this is the most important thing for me, is that for people to contact me about my services as a freelancer. So I like this. I like this touch. Welcome to Linktopus. We stand blah, 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 blah. Okay. They clearly used ChatGPT or something to generate this text because it actually fits what I do. Web analytics solutions, empowering business. It's a bit generic, but I love the touch that they took a few minutes to generate this text. And you can see, get a free quote, unlock. Okay. I like this, definitely I like this image, and I see that this like the services section, I guess. Oh, about section. Okay, that's cool. Our service beyond your expectations. Nice. No, for reals. This looks really clean and actually even a bit better than basic templates. Okay, case studies. I didn't really ask for this. I'm not sure if I could use this section just because I don't have any case studies right now. And also I would expect that you could click on a case study and then you would see it fully. So this is maybe not needed. And then there's a complete footer here with some nice links. They don't go anywhere, but this is really nice. This is much higher quality than the previous one. So let's take a look how it looks like on mobile. Oh, and by the way, here I noticed you see that the fav icon, they forgot to add it there. And it doesn't look as professional when you have the tab open, when you have this little logo, or if you have this little, just an earth there, which is the generic one. So here's the mobile website. Let's scroll through it. Nice. You saw there's some animations, so things slide in. Just adds a bit of something into it. It's quite basic nowadays to have animations like this, but I like it. Everything works. Clearly they at least looked at this on mobile and it all stacks up. Nothing special though. This hero banner is quite big right now because of the contact form as well. But other than that, it looks really usable, just straight out of what they've created. So now I'm curious also to see if this form works. So I'm just gonna fill in the details. And let's see if it actually sends me the email. So unfortunately, I didn't get any email from there. I even checked my spam, so it didn't go anywhere. So I think this form is just not connected to my email, or it's not connected correctly. So that's a little minus point for sure. Let's next take a look at the WordPress dashboard of this website. And first of all, I'm curious, what is this theme? So let's go to Appearance and Themes. And from here, we can take a look. Hello, Elementor. So, okay, it's a theme by Elementor because they used Elementor as, I guess, to build this page. So that's totally fine. And let's take a look at the plugins. You notice how clean this is? No migration tools, no nothing, just Elementor, some caching plugin, and Pro Elements. I guess you need it for some of the sections this person built. This tells me that this guy is a professional. He even cleaned up the plugin section. Definitely, I'm impressed by this whole page, by how the guy communicated with me, and just in general for the quality. You need to remember, this was $10, and this is how much I got. Super impressive. This just surprised me with the quality. I actually could just use this website. Now, if you're interested in Fiverr, then check out the link in the description. I'll leave my link there and also the links to these freelancers so that if you're curious or you want to hire them, then you can find those links there. Let's take a look at the third website, and here straight out of bat we can see that the logo doesn't really fit. But to be fair, this freelancer did ask if I could provide a new logo because they already told me that it just doesn't work. But you can see when you don't have the right assets, they can't create the right things. In any case, if I look at this looks like straight out of template. I think I've used this guy in my own videos as well. Let's take a look. Services, yeah, about us. Looks very basic. This is kind of website I expected in the first place for $10. So if I click on these things, let's talk, doesn't work. Learn more also. What about these? Let's talk. Okay, at least this button is working, so that's good. Let's try if this form works. I'm not gonna add phone number. I don't know why would you add it there. And send a message. While we wait for the email to come to my email box, let's take a look at mobile. And this just looks a bit messy. Clearly, the freelancer didn't look at this on the mobile, and you see that the text is kind of overlapping the person, which is big no-no, especially if you don't add any overlay there. Yeah, this doesn't look, I would have to fix this. Other sections, they look okay, very basic, but they look fine. And then in the menu also works. Let's talk, scrolls you to the right section. So it's okay, but I would need to go and adjust these things anyway. Let's take a look if I actually got the email. and I did. So at least the form is connected. That's great. Now I don't need to worry about that one, and I get the emails here. Okay, that's really good sign. And now let's take a look at the WordPress dashboard here for this last website, and you see that this freelancer also used Astra. I guess she just thought this works better with Astra, so totally fine with that. And let's take a look at the plugins, how things are there. So okay, let's take a look. Migration plugin, you can see that they just left it there. They could have at least deactivated because you don't need it anymore. Then you have Elementor header and footer builder, okay. Elementor Pro, okay, that's strange because I haven't paid for the license, so I wonder how it's working. I'll check that in a second. Then you have some other templates here. The other ones look fine. They could have just deleted some of these plugins that are not needed. It just doesn't look as clean as the second freelancer, but I'm really curious about this Elementor Pro. So if I go here and go to license, it looks like it's connected. I'm not sure to what license it is connected, but it is connected. This is amazing. I guess I can use now Elementor Pro elements for free. I'm not sure how this is working. I would need to check with this freelancer because this is a bit bizarre. So in conclusion, what do I think about these freelancers? I think the second one definitely overachieved. The other two just used templates. That's kind of what I expected for $10. But the second one went above and beyond. I'm definitely impressed and surprised how nice this website looks like. And the fact that they use text that actually fits my freelancing role, amazing. I definitely might just work with this guy later on some bigger projects, not just $10 projects, but if they deliver this good for $10, can you imagine what they do for more? I'm really impressed. The other two, not much to say, they're just templates. For $10 you get somebody to actually install your template, which is not bad, don't get me wrong. For $10 I wouldn't do that, I just think there's too much hassle, but there are people that do it. So if you need a website quickly, this is a great way for you to use other people's talents and they can install things for you. And by no means I'm bashing the other two, I'm just saying the second one just surpassed my expectations. Now for $10, that is not too bad. But if you really want to learn how to use WordPress, then it's better you build your first website yourself, just to understand how everything works. Check this 10-minute video for step-by-step tutorial.